This community keeps getting weirder and weirder by the second. Today we've got another round of Marvel Rivals drama, and honestly, this one got pretty messy. It involves two creators, Simii, a Spider-Man player, and Imperator, another streamer, and a whole lot of misunderstanding, ego, and people jumping in to escalate things instead of calming it down. If you haven't been following on TikTok or Twitch the last couple of days, don't worry, I'm gonna break everything down for you from start to finish and explain what happened, why both sides feel the way that they do, and give my thoughts on exactly what went wrong here and what could have been prevented. This isn't a pick a side video. I'm just laying out what happened and where I think both creators were wrong. So let's get into it. But before I do that, I want to thank everybody for all the love that was shown on the last video. We're almost at 1,300 subscribers. I'm trying to hit 2,000 before the end of the year. So if you enjoy Marvel Rivals content like this, make sure you guys subscribe. So let's get into it. So the whole drama starts in a regular Marvel Rivals competitive match. You've got Simii, who's known as a Spider-Man player, and Imperator, who is another creator from the EU. They happen to get a match against each other. Not really any beef going on at the time, just a normal rank game. During the match, Simii was basically cooking this dude and outplaying him, outmaneuvering him. Y'all know how Spidey players get. I'm not a fan of any Spidey players going forward, so if you want to unsub, no, I'm just kidding. But he was kind of outplaying him, and in the heat of the moment, Imperator calls him a monkey. Now, here's where the context matters. Simii is a person of color, and for people of color, being called a monkey is a pretty loaded insult. Historically speaking, racially, socially, it's not something you can just brush off. So when Simii hears that, he obviously takes offense immediately. For him, that word isn't trash talk, it's something deeper. Imperator, on the other hand, claims he didn't know Simii at all.
Oh, who the fuck is Simii, bro?
Some TikToker.
Oh, hell no. Yo, Raze, you're looking.
He says the word monkey was about his playstyle, like calling someone brainless, random, unskilled, whatever.
You're making shit deep for no reason. Guys, I can call a hero that swings around and just dies a monkey. Cause what is a monkey known for? Not being that smart.
And to be fair, you do hear people in the EU gaming scene use monkey gameplay to describe someone who's just running it down without really thinking. So in his mind, this wasn't really a racial thing, and he wasn't trying to say anything about Simii's race. It was just an insult in the moment about his gameplay. Now, the problem is when Simii confronted him and made it clear he found it pretty racist, Imperator did not apologize. He doubled down and said it again.
You know why I said it here? Look at this, look at this.
Imperator.
No, hold on, look at this, look at this first.
Of the monkey playing Minecraft on your stream.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wait, okay, look at this. You see this?
Yeah, I'm looking.
This is a valid monkey call out, okay? I get dove, shield myself, weave around it,
Yeah.
he dashes me, I shift and I pull him out, he ults.
And that was the spark that set everything off. So after a while, they decide to get into a VC on Discord and start talking about this. But unfortunately, this was not a one-on-one conversation. The call ends up being 9 people deep. I'm not sure the relation to Imperator for all these creators, but it definitely seemed like a lot of them there were Imperator's friends. 9 people against 1 is already a disaster waiting to happen. It's just gonna be too many voices, too many egos, too many people who actually don't want to resolve the situation. They just want to sit there and enjoy or win an argument. In the call, instead of listening to why Simii felt offended, most of the people in there were defending Imperator.
You offended somebody. It does not matter. Are you fucking slow?
If it was in a harmful context, but this is not in a harmful context.
Dude, that's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. The fact that you kept doubling down.
He does not apologize.
Then you're a shit person. Then you're a shit person.
They kept repeating that it wasn't racial. Simii's being soft. He's reaching. He's making something out of nothing. And look, whether you agree or not with Simii, telling someone from a marginalized group that they're too sensitive about a slur that has historically targeted people like them is not the way to handle it at all. Meanwhile, Simii is getting more and more heated. He's trying to explain why the term is offensive, but he's outnumbered, interrupted constantly, and feeling like the whole call is against him. He eventually snaps. He starts throwing words at another Nigerian creator named Luke the Ninja. I can't say the word, but I'll throw it up on the screen and I'll let you watch the clip.
Luke, can you shut your little ass up? Can you shut your ass up and sit your little monkey ass in the corner? Sit your little monkey ass in the corner. Why are you fucking here? Why are you fucking here? Holy shit, go stay in corner like a good little fucking boy, bro. Defend your little fucking man.
So essentially, Luke the Ninja was defending Imperator, saying that he doesn't have to apologize because he didn't mean it that way. So from Simii's perspective, thinking that he has an ally, a person of color there with him to understand what's happening, he takes the side of the person that is against him. So that drives Simii into calling him what he called him. And from that point on, the whole call becomes a shouting match. Nobody's listening. Nobody's trying to understand. It becomes a competition who can be louder, who can get the last word. And by the time it ends, absolutely nothing is resolved. Simii leaves the call and goes on about his day. After this, creators around the community start reacting. A lot of people sided with Simii. They said that even if Imperator didn't actually mean it, once someone tells you they're hurt, you should apologize, period. Other people defended Imperator, saying intent matters and he didn't know Simii's race, so it shouldn't be taken as racist. But the biggest criticism for Imperator wasn't even the original word, it's the refusal to apologize.
You didn't apologize? Okay, guys. I think it's time. I'm sorry. I am sorry to Simii for not giving a fuck! I'm sorry for not giving a fuck about the situation, because it's taken out of context. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm never gonna apologize. I am never apologizing to this racist idiot! I'm never apologizing to this racist idiot.
Even people who agreed with him on the intent were like, bro, just say sorry, it costs $0 while you're dying on this hill. It's just weird stuff. Simii also caught heat for how emotional he got and the insults he threw out, especially at another creator, Luke the Ninja. People said he let frustration push him into saying things that he shouldn't have, which made it for others to ignore the original issue. So at this point in the video, you're probably wondering, E.G. Lou, what do you think about this? Listen, I'm gonna be unbiased as possible here, okay? Because I like seeing both sides of the argument, and I feel like you can be very, very objective in this scenario. So here's my take. And again, this is just my perspective, and I could be wrong, so make sure you guys tell me in the comments what you guys think. I genuinely believe that Imperator didn't mean it racially. He's in the EU, claims he didn't know Simii, and the term monkey gameplay is actually something you do hear a lot in the EU community, okay? But the key thing that erases all of that is intent does not erase impact. If you say something that offends somebody, especially something tied to real world history and discrimination, you apologize even if you don't mean it that way. You don't double down, you don't repeat it, you don't bring 9 other dudes in the call to be Saul Goodman for you. That is where Imperator completely fumbled. It could have been so easy to be like, hey, my bad, I didn't mean it like that, I just meant that you were playing like an idiot. That's it. On the flip side, I think Simii has every right to feel the way he felt, but the way he reacted in the call hurt his own argument, because once you start throwing out certain words and certain things, it start devaluating your point, especially if it's your 1v9. People will latch onto that and ignore the whole reason why you were upset in the first place. So instead of the conversation going from, hey, he called me a racist term, it turned into, hey, both of them said some wild stuff, listen, whatever, let bygones be bygones, instead of getting the apology that was very much needed from Imperator. Nobody wins in that situation. If Simii had stayed calm, he would have looked completely justified, but once he snapped, the spotlight shifted, the narrative starts being played like, hey, look, he's also being racist, so like what, you can't be racist to other people? You know, it turns into a lot of hoopla. So in my opinion, Imperator should have definitely apologized immediately. Simii needs to just chill instead of escalating it. And this call should have definitely been a one-on-one to understand each other, because I do feel like there's a disconnect. I still think that Imperator feels like he did nothing wrong, and this whole thing could have been wrapped up in 5 minutes if people just communicated like adults and put the ego aside, because it's a very hard thing to do in life when you commit something wrong that you didn't mean to commit. It's hard for you to track back and apologize, and I'm speaking from personal experience, but because I've grown so much, it's so easy for me to just apologize and realize when I'm wrong and just go about my day, because at the end of the day, it wasn't personal. But the problem is that him not apologizing is kind of making it personal and kind of making everyone look weird in the situation for just not apologizing. Anyway, that's the full breakdown of what happened and my thoughts on it. This situation shows how quickly things can get blown out of proportion, especially when there's a mix of cultural differences, strong emotions, and way too many people jumping in instead of letting the two people talk it out like grown men. So let me know what you think. Was Imperator wrong? Was Simii overreacting? Or did both of them handle it bad? Drop a comment, hit the like button, and if you want more Marvel Rivals content like this, where I talk and rant about the game and the community, drop a follow and hit the like button. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.